Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today I'm going to be reviewing from the Hatherwood Beer Company, although it looks like a Shepherd Neame bottle to me, but Gnarly Fox, which is their new wave lager. So this Gnarly Fox lager is a crafty combination of continental American and British hops, cunningly dry hopped and made with 100% British barley. This golden and refreshing lager has an exquisite honeyed citrus and mandarin aroma. So it looks to me like a Shepherd Neame bottle without the writing here. You know, if you look at it, it does look like that. Whether it is or not, I don't know. And I'm not looking on my phone today to have a nosy and see if it is. So Hatherwood is Lidl's branding, but the beers are made by other companies. It just comes under the Hatherwood brand. Me personally, I'd just like to see recognition to the people that actually brew it for them, you know. But obviously, you know, there may be politics involved. So, masses of carbonation and lace in there. A big white head. Amber in colour. Ooh, a pleasant citrusy nose on it. You know, it's yeah, it's, you know, it's not one of them that gives you a smack in the nose. It's like, ooh, you know, that's quite nice. Yeah, I'll stop sniffing it because it looks kind of weird. Look at that. I mean, bloody hell, it's really going for it. Hence that massive head. You can't beat a good head like that, can you? Yeah, fantastic. So, this will be one of them reviews where I go on a tangent. Those who follow the channel, I've moved jobs the other week. 4 years in my previous job. It was a good job. There were some aspects of the job that annoyed me, and that, as I suppose everybody out there in the real world, you know, and if you're unhappy in a job, then, you know, maybe the best thing is to move it eventually, you know, if you can afford to do that, you know, and the right job comes up. I've been looking for a role. I'm a gardener that was lucky to, you know, have won Britain in Blooms and all that, East Midlands in Blooms, even a European in Bloom, RHS Excellence Award, involved in choosing all the bedding schemes for the city, planting major bedding schemes, major shrub designs, doing carpet beds. What carpet beds are, or flower beds on banks with the writing in, and not like some of them you see where they spray paint the bloody letters in. None of that shit. It's actually little we do it all out, and we put the plants in, and a bed can take up to 20,000 plants. 2 weeks on one bed. You know, you can spend just, you know, going through all the processes involved. You have to map it out first, then you have to do your lines, and then obviously people piss about, don't they? But what we used to do is do the lines, you know, working off a grid, and then plant the lines as we're doing it to stop people, the idiot element. And I was lucky, you know, to do that. And the last 4 years at the job I'm in, I was painted, you know, in every job you're painted a picture. And the job I was in, I was painted a certain picture. And the picture was good for a certain amount of time. And then certain people left and it changed. And, you know, it changed to the fact where I was just a dog's body and used and abused basically, and because if you're good at a job, you can do a lot more work than somebody who's crap at the job. And without being big-headed, I was very good at the job, excellent. But I could see where there was others who did bugger all, pissed about, did as little as they could, had long breaks and that, and I got no better thought of than them, whatever they say, So I seen this job go up, and I thought, and you hope that a job will be all they say it is, and you're fed into their stories, and I saw some of the job, and it looked interesting. And now I've been there. This is my 3rd week now, and for the first 2 weeks, the client because I work for a certain company, the client's different to the contractor. I'm a contractor to their clients, but the clients are seeing the work I can produce and the change in quality, because quality, it makes a difference. Quality work deserves quality pay, in my opinion. And hopefully these employees I'm with will see that, and next year get a bump in wages even more than what I'm on now. But last few days and I'm crafty as well, obviously. You don't get to 47 years old without being crafty, and I'm making them see the work I'm doing. I'm going that little bit extra just to make them see that. It keeps me busy anyway. The day goes by more because you're doing more work, but the day flows by more. I'm not just pushing a mower around or doing certain bits, and the quality is starting to shine through, and I'm enjoying myself, and it's been a while. So I've gone from working with a lady every day, and we got on really well, to working on my own. And the first week it killed me, bloody hell, it was so lonely. And now, I'm starting to enjoy the job. I'm starting to get a love for the job, and like I had in both the Arboretum and Sainsbury's days when I was there. And and also I'm not dreading going to work, which is a great thing. If you dread going to work, then the best thing to do is leave that bloody job, worried about what crap you're going to walk into and that, and what jobs they're going to throw at you. And it don't bother me now, because the schedule's done a month in front, and I know what I'm doing a month before. So if there's a crap job comes up, I know all about it already. And it's amazing. But anyway, back to this lager. It's had time to dissipate now, the head, and so the amount of gas in there, still that nice subtle aroma. Let's go for the taste. Flipping it, 8 minutes in and I'm not even tasted it yet. Jesus, I do apologise. So it did say there was a tangerine element to it, didn't there? Yeah, citrus and mandarin notes. Definitely getting the mandarin in the taste. So obviously it's lost some of its fizziness. I'll top it up a bit to get some of that fizziness back, actually. This to me is a very nice craft lager. Straight away, I used to be a bit of not a beer snob, because I don't agree with any beer costing more than £2 or £3 a bottle, partly because I don't earn a lot. But I accept the fact that people need to make money, as we all do in life. So when beers are £1.30 and £1.20, you look at them and think, are they that price because they're not that good? And more often than not, you're surprised. Some of the best beers now are across the whole supermarket sector are £1.25. Hobgoblin, Spitfire, they are £1.25 a bottle now. That seems to be permanent. That's industry wide, and obviously all the supermarkets have agreed with Wychwood and Shepherd and Neame to get their beers at that price, make big sales on them, and you know, they are good beers, and it's good for the consumer. Because let's be fair, you know, as a consumer, you don't want to be paying too much, you know. So, not as fizzy as a normal, even though the lacing and carbonation was massive. Not as fizzy as as a traditional lager. More easygoing to drink. Definitely that citrus and the mandarin notes are there. It's not too gassy, although I think a lot of the gas has disappeared, so sometimes it pays to, you know, give it a few minutes while somebody waffles on about his job, you know. It's 4.5% ABV. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that 4.5%. I've just reviewed Wychwood's Black Witch, and with this as well, two beers I've not tasted in a while, and you know, I can feel it, you know, definitely feel it on my head that you know, it's hitting the spots, as it were. So it's got some taste to it, you know. I wouldn't say it was at the top end of the taste scale. I would say it's got subtle. There's a subtleness about it, you know. It's, if you're going to describe it, it's a bridge between craft lagers with lots of taste and the standard premiums and world lagers. So it's you drink your Carlings and your Budweisers and that, and then you think to yourself, what are all these craft lagers about? And for me, this is an introduction into that bigger world of lagers with taste, you know. And as it is, it's pleasant enough. So slightly darker than an average lager. You know, most lagers are straw coloured, aren't they? You know, that just seems to be the thing. More to a golden colour. Obviously masses of carbonation lacing and a white head. Aroma, lovely mandarin aroma. The aroma was, you like this? You know, the aroma was lovely. On the taste, mandarin and citrus in the taste, and very pleasant, very quaffable. Definitely a lager you could have several of. You know, it's definitely one of them. New wave lager, yeah, I'll agree with that. It looks like it was made by Shepherd and Neame. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because obviously Hatherwood's just a blanket name, as a lot of these things are these days. It's just a name, you know. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just their way of saying that it's little. Out of 5 then. Yeah, love the taste. The aroma was nice. Tasted stronger to me than 4.5, which is always a thing. And like I said, it's a bridge. It's a bridge between your traditional lagers, be it premium lagers and world lagers, and that step into the craft lager world. You know, that little footstep in. Out of 5 then. For me, a solid 4.2 out of 5. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't I wouldn't say it was top 10 lager material, but it was a good effort, you know. I enjoyed it anyway. And that's it for this review. Thanks to everyone who subscribes, and certainly everyone who watches. I think you have to click a bell thing to keep it going. And if you like these videos, please like. Yeah, I don't like people who dislike the videos, because I do try and make them, you know, slightly interesting. But I suppose everyone's got their issues, you know. I've had some where they don't like me reading from the internet, but sometimes it's nice to get info, you know. And then obviously it's nice to get personality, you know. We've all got personalities, and I've definitely got personality, you know, a personality. I don't know if it's a good personality, but we all try to be a personality, don't we, you know. And it's a funny world. And I'll tell you what, that's proper hit me. Right, thanks for that. See you soon.